Hey guys, welcome back. So just finished up wrapping the video on the new attack system and implementation that they may implement into the game, which is they can attack your favorites list or the leaderboards once every 3 hours. So I should have done this in the last video, but I'm just doing it right now. We just did a 100 plus nexting search, and we couldn't find anything over 200,000 in the nexting area in here. And every time you next new enemy, it costs 2,000 gold roughly to do it. So what I actually did at the end of the video, I went in and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go do some raids because I have 2 million gold now. And I went to go check my favorites list out, and lo and behold, my favorites list has 230,000 loot. But if I've already attacked him, which I did, I wouldn't be able to attack him for another 3 hours. So there goes my opportunity to get this nice amount of loot that is dramatically higher than anything I found in the nexting in the last 50 spins. It's just ridiculous. So we're gonna go and actually raid and get some loot so we can spend our money. So he's online, that's fine. So either he's being attacked or someone else is raiding him. So we'll try and look in our favorites list because I'm sure there's going to be some other people in here that I can probably attack for a good amount of loot. So again, here's the 200,000. Go ahead and give him a go. He's a very tough opponent. I believe he's ranked like 20 right now. Yeah, rank 20. So we may not be able to beat him without using a scroll. And I do want to prep this out there. We are going to be doing a series that where we go and destroy all the top 10 kings in the game, going down from the number 10 king down to the number 1 king. We're going to use as many gems as it takes to destroy them and have fun killing them and beating them. So that will be a cool series. I was just waiting on my Sonic Blast to finish leveling, which actually now is maxed level at level 6, I want to say. So it definitely makes attacking a lot easier. It allows me to spend less time working on these skull towers. That's an insane amount of pyromancers right there. It's a total waste of pyromancers. You need a good variety. You don't want to have like 7 pyromancers altogether. Mortars, it's more so okay, because as you may notice now in the higher levels, the mortar, the initial poison damage that it does, the initial shot, actually does a decent amount of damage. Whereas the pyromancers, when it throws a little fireball at you, it doesn't do much damage. Most of the pyromancer damage actually comes from the burning over time effect. So having a whole bunch of mortars in the wave group, not that bad of an idea. But having a whole bunch of pyromancers in your wave group, that's not a very good idea. So we're definitely not going to be able to get through his base. As you can see, we're going to die right there. And we're going to go ahead and call it quits. Even with dying, we're probably still going to get 100,000 in gold. We got close to that 75,000. So even in dying and attacking and trying, we're getting a good amount of gold, roughly. If we would have done a little bit better, we would have got about the same as the nexting opponents. So again, with the new system, I would not be able to attack Alex Fox again for another 3 hours. So I wouldn't be able to attack Alex Fox or Vert Kill One for the next 3 hours. So thankfully the new system isn't here. I can go and try and attack Vert Kill One. He is currently online still, so I still can't attack him. But we'll go ahead and look in our favorite list to see who else is here. So maybe Jasmine. Not enough loot. That person gives a lot of medals, as you can see there. So this one's a good amount of medals and loot, which is a little bit harder to come by having both medal and loot in the same opponent nowadays, since they changed the medal system and the loot system. So hopefully when they do tweak it again in the next patch, that it's a little bit easier to find medals and loot together, rather than having to search specifically for medals and specifically for loot. So in this base here, you don't really need the mortars because there's not too much connectivity. There's not too many, bindings anywhere. A lot more pyromancers and a lot more cannons help you go through the base. So the nice thing with the heal spell is you'll be able to heal and keep this big army together. And right there, it has a good amount of HP right there with 7 or 8 pyromancers, and then 2 or 3 cannons. So there's a lot of life, a lot of just damage that they get soaked up and you prevent the troops from going past, and allow the hero to move forward without having to worry about these all wave troops. Because the wave actually does a good amount of damage to the hero. Especially the Ard Blasters and the Mortars. Those guys do a good chunk of damage. You can see we'll chill over here and rest up some so we don't run into issues. We do have plenty amount of time. Go back there and make sure you heal your units some. So you may be thinking it's a pretty close time crunch, but we do have a huge amount of army with us right now. So the castle gate is going to go down in a few seconds, and you can see we have 20 seconds. We have like 7 cannons there and 7 or 8 pyromancers just in the sight, the line of sight there. So just keep that in mind. If you get to the castle gate with a whole bunch of troops, you don't need that much time to actually destroy the gate, especially if you have cannons with you, because cannons do a lot of damage. And my cannons aren't even max level yet, so these guys are 1 level below, I believe. I think they're level 4, so they may even go up to level 6. Let's see. But yeah, cannons do a lot of damage. So they're level 5. Level 6 is probably max level. And see, they'll get a lot more HP too, which is something I want to work on. So again, now with the new system, we can't attack Miss Scott anymore. We'd have to go to a different person or use the random list. So we'll go ahead and we'll attack Biomega. Just to give you a little example here. We should have actually tried to attack Revert Kill 1 to see if we could get his loot, because he has a lot of loot available. So against him, you do need to bring out some more mortars to help divert all the unit attention up here, because he does have a nice choke point in the beginning. And the mortars have a lot of life. They soak up a lot of damage. And they actually survive quite a bit of fire because of their HP and the resistances they have. We'll actually call them back just a little bit so we can kind of protect the hero, because you can see we're almost dead. Again, this is by no stretch an easy base. This is a lot of tactics involved. It takes a lot of strategy to run through, this base, or pretty much any base in the top 100, top 200, top 3, any high level base. It really does take strategy. Of course, it does get easier as you level your hero up, but the levels go extremely slow. You can see we did a little celebration party when we got to level 74, and that's nowhere near like the level 100 kings that we see out there. For me, it's like a level every week or so, and I play a fair amount of of gameplay, fair amount of raids, probably a lot more than average. By the time I get to level 100, there'd be like level 200 kings out there. So we might actually have enough money now to upgrade something. And you can see we did all this work. We did 30 minutes of raiding now about to get one upgrade, and not even that. We only have 2.5 million in gold. We pretty much can't even do an upgrade yet. We could do like a level 1 or level 2 skull tower upgraded possibly. We can't get a 1 to level 3. We might be able to upgrade a blockade. Yeah, almost. Is that we can upgrade a level 1 skull tower. That's pretty much about it. So the loot needs to be increased. It definitely needs to be increased, especially if you're going to force this random matchmaking system upon us. Otherwise, people aren't going to have fun. That's just the end of the day. The game is about fun, and if you don't have fun, if you can't raid and get a good amount of loot, it's not fun for anyone involved. So he's going to be online again. He's actually farming, so that's why his loot is at 600,000. So like I said before, please post your comments, your feedback down below, and of course at the Get Satisfaction, forums. They're official forums for the game, and let your voice be heard. Let them know what you like, what you don't like. They are going to do some fixes for some collusion and cheating with the gems, so that's great. But really, this implementation of attacking once every 3 hours to your favorite list, it's not a very good idea, in my opinion. Let's go attack. I believe he's like rank 15 or so in the world. We'll probably have to use a scroll to get through his base, maybe 2. And it's almost always not cost efficient to actually use the scroll rather than just to raid him again. So I was hoping I could get my my cannon healed right there with that scroll. So it looks like his choke point is holding up again and preventing my troops from getting through. which is not helping at all. So yes, I would be able to beat his base. I probably need 2 scrolls. 2 healing scrolls, that is. The Apocalypse scroll actually doesn't get, it loses its effect a lot higher up in the game. It doesn't scale very well. So if we scroll right there, we probably will be able to kill a base. We definitely actually can kill the base. We just don't know if we'll be able to get 100% or not. Probably not get 100%. And then the thing with that scroll, the healing scroll is really, really cool because it actually stays on the ground. Until it heals the whole 20,000 or whatever the healing is. Whatever your healing power is at. So right here, we'll be able to get a victory. We won't be able to get 100%. Probably 95% or so. So again, 99%, not bad at all. I think we missed that 1 tower. But not as cost efficient, but it is fun to go through and, raid and get 440,000. A nice amount of loot. We used 18 gems. Maybe we'll get lucky and get some more gems. And look, we got a nice treasure chamber, 173,000. So definitely paid off right there. And then there's also a point that some people think that these treasure chests are rigged, that you can never get the high amount first. Well, we just proved that theory wrong. We got the high amount first, 173,000. So it is very, very random. It's most likely you won't get the high amounts first because the high amounts are rare. They don't come up very often. Typically, you see 40,000 or 30,000 in loot in the treasure chamber, and then you see one that has 80,000 or so. You don't see the high loots that often, so that's why it looks like you never get them first, but you can get them first. It's not, rigged to force you to go and spend gems and open up the chest to get the higher one on the second chest or the third chest. It is a random process. So with 3 million, we can actually upgrade a few different towers now. We have a choice of, Skull Tower to level 3, barriers or blockades to level 10 or level 11. We still see all that hard work and we can only upgrade one thing. It's kind of sad. We did 30 plus minutes of raiding now. I used 20 gems about. And now the choices of what are we going to upgrade? What are we going to upgrade? And then the bigger towers, you can see here, a level 7 Firebolt tower takes 5 million gold to upgrade. I think we'll go ahead and upgrade the Skull Tower and then call it a day. You may be wondering why we're not even using all our towers. Well, we want to make it look like an easy-ish base to get through. So we don't use all our towers. We trap people into coming in and attacking us thinking they can get through because there's only, 7 or 8 towers. There's only 3 or 4 barriers. It's not very intimidating, yet when they get in through, you get stubborn and you'll die and then you'll resurrect. You'll trap gems from opponents. It works out very, very well and very, very effective. More so effective if you were lower in the trophy leaderboards. If you're down in the 3,000 or 2,500 trophy range, you'll see people that will see your base and be like, oh, that's easy. He's only got 6 towers or 7 towers. And then they'll come in, they'll die, and they'll be like, oh, damn it, I want to go kill him. Resurrect. Damn it, I want to kill him. Resurrect. So you'll get a lot of free gems. And that's how we mainly got, 600, 700 gems in the last week, just on defenses. See if I can show you any of those. So here's a guy right here who had exact scenario happen. He's like, oh, I can get him. He's easy. So he used scrolls, and he died. and then he only got 43%, and then he finally called it quit because after he died again, he's not going to resurrect for 20 some odd gems. He's like, ah, that's too much gems. And then, of course, you do have the players that are farming me endlessly because they know they can beat me 100%. So they're like, oh, cool, free money, free loot. And so that's, you know, all the other players. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.